What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another video with your girl Denz. So as you can tell by the title, this video is called My First Time. So it ain't what y'all thinking now, but it's a video about a lot of the stuff that I did for the first time. And yeah, so let's get into the video. Okay, so the first question is, what is the first thing you do when you wake up? Well, the first thing I do is open my eyes.
Really, nigga?
And as soon as I open my eyes, then I give thanks to God for another day. Because, you know, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. So yeah, that's the first thing I do when I wake up. Second thing would be to grab my phone and check my notifications, see what's been going on while I was sleeping, even though half the time nothing is be going on or happening. The second question is, the first time you broke a bone, or your first broken bone. So the first time I ever broke a bone, which is also the only time I ever broke a bone, was in the 5th grade. I broke my collarbone, so this bone right here, I broke playing in the yard. Yeah, so I fell and I landed on my shoulder, and yeah, I broke my collarbone. And then like a couple days later, I went to school and I had on the cast and everything. And I went to school and there was this rolling chair in the class that it was only one rolling chair, and our teacher left the class. And everyone tries to fight for this one chair. So I took it upon myself with a broken collarbone to run and beat everybody else to this chair. And as soon as I got to the chair, it's a rolling chair by the way. So as soon as I got to the chair and I went to sit in it, the chair slid from underneath me and I landed on my shoulder again. You big dummy. Then I had to call my Grammy. They had to rush my Grammy there, and she come pick me up and get me back to the hospital again. And we had to do the process all over because I broke the same bone, or made the same bone that was already broke worse. Anyway, next question is the first country I ever visited. Florida. Well, the US. The USA was the first country I visited, and Florida was where I went. Besides that, the first country I ever visited would be Canada. And those are the only 2 countries I ever visited. And I never been outside of Florida into the States. And this Atlantic Canada is the only place I've been in Canada. So I have a lot of traveling to do, which I do intend to do very soon. Y'all please excuse my cat, he's having a moment. But yeah. Anyway, next question. The first YouTuber you're subscribed to, or the first YouTube channel. Kalani. Duh. That was the first person I subscribed to. I didn't even know what subscribers was. I didn't even know what was the purpose of subscribing. But yeah, I definitely think Kalani was the first person that I ever subscribed to. That's my story and I stick to it. Your first boyfriend. When did you have your first boyfriend? I had my first boyfriend, first official real boyfriend, in the 10th grade. And yeah, I was in the 10th grade when I had my first boyfriend. Next question is first heartbreak. So I had my first heartbreak in the 12th grade from the same dude from the 10th grade. Actually, I had my heart broken a couple times by the same person. But hey, it's all in the past, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, it's in the past.
Next question, first cooking experience.
Here we go again.
So So my first cooking experience that I could remember, I'm pretty sure it's before that, but what I could remember. I mean, I always used to cook stuff like breakfast, like eggs and stuff, but like trying to cook something real was I was trying to cook this pot of rice. And I ended up crying because my sister and my grandma made me feel like my rice was like the worst rice ever. I lied. They was like, well, my grandma tried to make me feel as though it wasn't as bad as it was, and my sister was like, nah, that ain't it. You suck. Like, don't ever try to cook rice again. And it discouraged me because I was like, I ain't never trying this. I don't have no need to cook. I ain't gonna do it. And then fast forward to Canada, I had to learn how to do it myself, and now you can't talk to me. But yeah, so that was the first cooking experience I can remember, cooking that pot of rice, and it did not turn out good. It was very friendly, and then I had to take some out of the pot and separate it and throw it away and try to recook the other half, because then it was a mess. Anyway, next question, your first celebrity crush. That's a hard one. I honestly can't say. I think everybody back then was either crushing on Trey Songz or Chris Brown. But the one that I could remember would be August Alsina. I was in love with August. I had at my laptop all the time, I had a picture of August in the middle, Chris Brown on one side, and Trey Songz on the next side. So I was obsessed with them. So yeah, August would be my first celebrity crush that I could remember. First tattoo I had, was a matching tattoo, and it was an infinity sign with it says refuse to sink. I probably can put it right there if I find the photo for you guys to see. That was my first tattoo, and I was like, oh hell nah, never again, this hurt too bad. I don't know if it was the spot or whatever, but and it was like literally like this big. Oh, but I'm a sucker for pain, so yeah, no. Your first job. My first official job, because my parents never wanted me. I never had a need to work, so my parents never made me work. My first job, I went out and got by myself because I just wanted to experience what it was to have a job. So the first time I had a job, I was already in college, I was already in university, and it was working for Dollar Deals in Freeport. And yeah, I love that job. It was part-time because I was in school, but yeah, I'd do it again. This time with some benefits, but I'd do it again. Okay, first fist fight. Okay, so in all of my almost 25 years of living, the first and only fight I ever was in the 7th grade. I fought she actually is one of my good friends now, but we was 11 in the 7th grade. So it was this whole big mix up with these bullies that tell her, oh, you take last, because I hit her with one paper in art because I thought it was her who threw it at me, and then turned out it wasn't her, it was the bully in the first place, but she made it seem like it was this girl, and I hit her with the paper, and then she hit me back, and then we left art class, went back to homeroom, and the girl must have boosted up her head telling her, oh, you take last. So she came up to me and she pushed me, and I was like, what you push me for? So I pushed her back. And then we was having this big push out back and forth. And then she just started like throwing these blows at my head. And like as she was hitting me, I like back and I end up on the teacher desk. And I leaned back on the teacher desk and I started kicking up. It's super funny to think about now, but in the moment, like it happened so fast, and in 2 seconds, the senior master came in and was like, oh, what's going on? And took us to the office, and he's like, both of y'all suspended 2 days. And then after we got suspended and our parents came for us, I went home, and her and her mommy came to my house, and her mommy made her apologize to me, and my mommy made me apologize to her. And because her mommy and my mommy was friends in school, or knew each other in school, I should say, they started to have a whole conversation on the porch. And so we got in the other corner of the porch. It was like, oh, okay, so what we doing tomorrow in school? Like, it never even happened. So it was weird. But that was the only fight that I've ever been in. Ever. I mean, unless somebody won't get these hands, you know.
Little Johnny's gonna catch these hands.
Right!
But I doubt it. Too old for that. Anyway, next question is my first time drinking alcohol. Oh, that's another story. So I was 19 when I had my very first drink, official drink. And I didn't know, it was by accident because I didn't know it was alcoholic. So I was to work with my mommy and I went to go and get a drink from this place called Fat Tuesdays. So I say, nah, I just want a daiquiri. So I gone up there and I was like, hey, I want this blue daiquiri, whatever this is y'all have here. And at the time it didn't say, it just had a name, like it didn't say that it was alcoholic or not. So I just ordered a drink, and when I take a sip of that,
Oh my God! Wow!
lo and behold, I was like, whoa, this actually tastes good. So that was literally my first real altercation with alcohol that I enjoyed, I should say. So yeah, that was interesting, and it's been all this up since then. So yeah, my first car was my Honda Civic, 2006 Honda Civic, $2. And I just got rid of it when I came to Canada because I needed a little thing. So I had to sell it. And every time I see a little gray Civic around here, it's like, oh, look at my car, oh, look at my car. But it really ain't. But it just does give me nostalgia every time I see it. Because it was my first car. I loved it, you know. So yeah. My first cell phone. The first cell phone I had, I was 13. And it was a Motorola Razr. Not the Razrs, the slim version of the Razrs. And I was so happy because, you know, Bluetooth, everybody wanted their phone with Bluetooth on it, and, you know, tried to change ringtone and things. So it was good. I liked that. I loved the phone. My sister had one and my mommy had one, had phones. My sister had the Sliver, I think it was, the one that just flat. And my mommy had some type of, I think she had the iPhone at the time when it first came out. And I was the only one that was still, you know, with the Motorola flip. That one with the big round camera on it. So, yeah. I was like, well, I want a phone that could Bluetooth. I said, I want Bluetooth too. So, that was cool. Yeah, my first piercing. Well, besides the one that I got when I was born down in the bottom, my first piercing was the second hole here. I got when I turned 17, I believe. 17, I think, or 18, I can't remember, when I got my second hole. And then ever since, I just been putting holes all in my ears. In total, I have 10 ear piercings now. So yeah. And lastly, the last question is the first party you ever went to. Now, I couldn't really go nowhere in my teenage years, so the first party that I went to was for this girl in my class. Shout out to Leah. Her wacky day birthday party, sweet 16, whatever you want to call it. That was the first and only party that I ever been to, like party that, you know, and it was her sweet 16, so, and her birthday a couple months before mine, so I was still 15 when I went to that party. So yeah, and I think like after 11 everybody started to go, and I was waiting for my ride to come, and my ride never came. So I just sat there and I was waiting, and then I kind of got in trouble because I didn't call. But then I would assume that if my parents knew that I was to a party for the first time, they would remember that I was to a party, but they didn't. So when I did call, it was like, whoa, we forgot you. So that was interesting that night. But yeah, the party itself was fun. And yeah, that's literally the only party I've ever been to. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in and watching. Leave some ideas what you guys want to see me do. Whatever it is you guys want to see, just leave it down in the comments and let me know. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications to know when I'm going to post another video. And yeah, that is all for today. Oh, and also comment if you want to see me do a part 2 of my first time. So yeah, it's been fun as always, and stay tuned. See you guys in the next video. Yado.